welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love. They love watching some Castlevania.
Yes, we do.
So this is season 3, episode 5. And if you want to get early ad-free access to our reactions, you can check out Patreon down below in the description of this video. There's a link for that.
Yeah.
And a playlist for all of our reactions for Castlevania here on YouTube.
Exactly.
All right, ready to do this?
Totally ready. What that is?
A lowercase h.
Thank you, babe.
You likes to take long walks in the forest. Aw.
A fox.
I get you.
Oh.
Come at me, bro. Just pet him. Oh, okay.
What the hell are you doing with your life? I'm talking to you, Trevor Belmont, of House Belmont with no living relatives. It is you I address. Last surviving monster hunter. From out here in the armpit of the world. What the actual hell are you thinking? Idiot. You're a tramp. You're excommunicated. You have no family. You have no friends. You've spent your entire adult life being hated.
Cypher's your friend.
Nobody could get near you. Nobody could ruin your life. Because there wasn't much left to ruin. But that last little bit of it, that was yours. A pretty girl holds your hand all of a sudden.
And all of a sudden, your world changes and you don't know what to think about.
I
I come out here to think sometimes.
and talk to myself in the water.
The house has a door on it.
I can't always do it at home. Someone can always knock on my door. Sometimes I have to walk outside the town to be able to see it properly. So, you're an actual Belmont. I grew up with stories about your family.
Scary bedtime stories.
They still tell them here, you know, but they have a different ending now. They end with, and the Belmonts aren't here to save you anymore. So if you're not good, the monster will come and eat you up.
Christ.
Yes. To be a leader, you will always be held apart from the rest of your world. I was born here, so I can claim to be a Lindenfelder. And my family and I left when I was young. We moved to the capital, you see. I rose in the court of the capital and did just well enough that I was sent back here to head the town.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Well, coming back here to run the town was an odd little revelation for me. The same stories happen in cities, but there are so many people in cities that the stories just rush by. Here, every little story is a huge thing. How long have you and Cypher been traveling together?
Couple of months. We were supposed to go and rejoin her caravan, but things happened along the way. And at some point, we decided to just keep moving, I suppose.
Not really a man with a plan, are you, Belmont?
Nope, not a style.
That's Saint Germain Git in town. He's a man with a plan. That's what they're like.
Fucking charlatan. We used to see them in the capital, his type. Drifting between the courts of Europe, pulling rabbits out of hats in hope of patronage.
What's he doing here?
God knows. Maybe he's finally hit bottom. Wait,
What?
that wasn't there yesterday.
Are you sure that's not just some kid fucking around with his first knife?
Children do not run around defacing property with knives in my town. In fact, they don't run around at all if I can help it. This is my town, Belmont. It's my job to pay attention to it.
I have to say, running a town does not sound like it's fun.
I don't think he's really reading those books.
Yeah, I don't think so either. What's that?
It's gonna make a beanstalk. Ooh.
It's really here.
What's it?
I don't know. Like, what did I miss? You promised you'd stay on one side. Now you're a liar. Liars go to hell.
And here are the stairs right down to it.
Mm-hmm.
With dry blood on them and everything.
We're told where to stay, Saint Germain.
See? Knew you were getting in trouble.
That you appear to be in front of me.
Well, terribly embarrassing, really. I was looking for somewhere discreet to...
Go out,
In the bucket.
everyone else.
Of course.
Why do you think I would believe you were looking for somewhere to piss down here? Public toilets. Does this really look like a palace, Dale?
Palace for hell. Hi guys, just gonna take a piss.
Hello.
Hello.
I've been watching the Priory for a while now.
Have you? That's nice. Since you are a speaker, I imagine that distracted you from the usual speaker pursuits of memorizing limericks, boiling vegetables, and casually reproducing.
I am a speaker. Good eye.
I have two, in fact.
So do I. I see that only the monks enter or leave the Priory. I have two eyes too.
I'd prefer not to speak of that.
Why? You've made no secret of it. Little tricks for the townsfolk. Lots of talk.
Yes, for good reason.
What reason?
Let's just say I like it better if people here believe I'm a traveling scholar and an itinerant trickster.
Let's make a deal.
I've been unconscionably rude.
I imagine you're used to them.
I've disrespected you, and I apologize. I am Count Saint-Germain.
I'm Saifa Belnades.
Mm-hmm.
There's bad magic being done in that place, Saint Germain. What exactly is it?
All right. There is a thing I am in search of inside the Priory. It is occult in nature. It is quite safe if operated wisely. Yes, I am quite sure something else is going on in there. It stinks of night creature.
Holy Grail. Ooh.
That's worrying. You've seen the armbands they wear.
Yes. And now I see this. The alchemical sign for Saturn.
And lead, denoting transformation and redemption.
And the scythe, time, and the harvest. How did they come by the sign they wear on the armbands?
They say their visitor gave it to them, the night creature that attacked the Priory.
Did it give them this one too? We all know the old stories of God and we fear him. But Yeshua the Christ, which only makes sense, as my grandfather always said that we want our children to exceed us in every way.
You're an unusual woman.
Trevor,
Damn right.
well, he says I'm crazy, but what you said is what he means. You did not answer my question.
I'm honestly not certain. I am focused entirely on my personal goal. They're all quite mad, but this does seem odd.
Odd. He's seeing that mark twice in one day.
Ah, I'd like you to meet my new friend, the Count Saint-Germain.
We've met.
Yes, I should apologize to you, too. I was simply trying to find out if you were here for the same reason I was, given the nature of your family business and all.
We're gonna get a drink. Yep.
Let's all go to the tavern and have a quiet little chat.
I'd prefer something more private.
Or Cypher setting you on fire.
Well, you wouldn't.
Oh, he wouldn't really slit your throat.
I love her so much. She's
She's great.
Come. You attack.
I would, but you wouldn't let me have my bow.
She's having fun.
Mm-hmm. Just like his fight with Belmont, he's fighting with one arm behind his back.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're as good as Belmont.
No.
You want to get close?
They're gonna kiss.
never let a vampire in close. I'm half vampire. Half of me wants you to step in close enough for me to bite out your throat.
That's why I have a bow and arrows.
Hey,
There you go.
Ooh.
Aw. That's probably the first time he's laughed in like a month.
Or more.
Yeah.
you have both just been eaten by vampires.
No. We captured him and made him our slave. Make lunch now.
But I do like that you've remembered how to still be human.
This human could eat lunch too.
All right. Fine. After which you're going to show me how you attack from a distance. I want to see what I have to work with here.
You're working with hungry people. Carry me to the castle and make lunch.
After that, we'll see what's in the armory that might suit you better. And then, we may talk about simple combat spellcasting. But first,
There you go.
I will magic you greedy children up some food.
Yes, friends.
I know.
So how soon before it all goes terribly wrong?
2 episodes.
You're generous. I would have given it 1.
It's 2 episodes, like, next episode's gonna be fine, and the episode after that's gonna go shit.
Well, a rounded education is a good thing. The stories I could tell you about my days in the slums of Paris, and that one marvelous night when I invented a drink. I made it from anise, fennel, and the mystical wormwood root. But nobody remembers because we woke up 3 weeks
We invent drinks too.
naked and utterly drenched in.
Saint-Germain, the Priory.
I do not trust people, generally. But speakers are honorable. And the pedigree of the House of Belmont speaks for itself. Have you heard of the Infinite Corridor?
Yes.
The wrong company to unveil ancient occult secrets in and expect to be impressed.
Wait. Some say the Infinite Corridor is a pathway to other worlds. Others say it's a portal to hell.
It's certainly possible that one of them is hell. However, in the experience of those of my particular expertise, it is in fact a system of doors to other lands, separated from our own by space and time. And I have been looking for a way back in ever since. Portals to the corridor are few and far between, and they drift in and out of existence. There is a portal to the Infinite Corridor under the Priory. They haven't let me go down there yet, but I know it's there.
Lithomancy.
Indeed, the jewel has guided me here to the portal. Of course, if I'd known there was a portal under a pile of stones in fucking Livonia, I wouldn't have had to traipse across the entire gaping grey arsehole of Eastern Europe to trick my way past a gaggle of mad monks, would I? Ugh, Christ alive, do you people shit on the grapes?
You have no enemies at this table.
Just stay out of my way. That's all I ask.
You don't want to see it, do you?
See what?
A night creature landed on a priory that has a portal to other worlds under it.
Well... Shit.
Great ending. I'm glad we got to uncover more mystery of the Priory and what's going on there. And just more Belmont and Sypha together. Belmont going off into the forest to like I like how they did that scene, because like that would be in a modern setting, like, someone looking at themselves in the mirror or whatever and talking to themselves. But I like the setting that they put it in. And of course it was great seeing Alucard like laugh and have fun.
Yeah, seeing Alucard happy, seeing him with friends, having actual human connection, that was fantastic to see, because he needed that so much. I mean,
Yeah.
like when you start talking to dolls and you're not 5 years old anymore, it is
You're
time
cool.
to get out of the house a little bit. So that was great. I do love the fact that they still included the dolls in the scene, like to
Yeah.
see Suni. Sumi and Tanaka. Right?
That one's easy because I always think of like, when he had the bottle of wine, he's like, sue me. Like, hey, I'm drinking at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Sue me.
It's a good way to remember it. So when they both saw the dolls and they're like just looking at them like, why are these here? What is this for? So I liked how they still had the presence of Sypha and Belmont in this new reunion and with these new friends via the dolls. That like we understand how much they were a part of it, how he's kind of found a similar connection in these new people. He's going to teach them how to fight. It's like, a new life cycle for Alucard in a sense. Obviously love seeing Sypha and Belmont together, getting more of like their history and what brought them to this moment, from when they left Alucard and sort of like, oh yeah, we were going to meet up with other people, but then we just didn't. Yeah. Because we were having too much fun together. So that was great to see. And I love how you get to watch Sypha employ all of these different tactics to gather information, to work people so that they can get more leverage or more strategy or whatever it might be that they're after. And she sweet talks them. She subtly threatens them. She directly threatens them, but in a sweet way. She just has all these different tactics, whereas like Belmont has two, which is, as the guy said, your family is destructively direct. That's very much Belmont. His second setting is, let's go to the pub.
He drinks and he fights.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
And so it was great to kind of like see the distinction between him and Sypha, how they are different and how they wonderfully complement each other and therefore can work so well together. And then for this guy at the end to kind of get a little more glimpse into what might be going on at this priory. What are they after maybe? Like, we now have a portal. Does it go to hell? Does it go somewhere else? That's up for discussion. Maybe it goes a bunch of places and hell's included. We don't really know, but it is just kind of an enticing mystery as to what might be there. And is it good? Is it bad? Is it depending on who it's in the hands of? Like,
that's what he was saying. He's like, depending on who's the hands of, it's it doesn't have to be terrible.
Sure, but we don't also know this guy's motivations either.
Yeah.
For example, a portal to hell. I'm going to guess it's pretty universally bad. Doesn't matter if it's in good hands or bad hands. A portal to hell, not a good thing. A portal to like a dozen different worlds, one of which is hell. Okay, now we have an argument for, it might depend on whose hands it's in. Maybe one of the portal doors goes to heaven if you believe in both those things. Maybe it goes to Narnia. I don't know. But then you can make an argument for whose hands it belongs in. Or they're both talking about a legend, something that they have experienced simply through myth, legend, or hearsay. So who knows what's really going on?
So we're led to believe that he said that he lost someone that he cares about, or
that was, I think, what was implied, if not said outright. That's certainly what I walked away with.
Did he say that cares about? I'm trying to think of the exact wording of what he said because it matters.
Who was important to me?
Yeah, because like important to me is different than cares about.
Yeah.
Is different than
the six-fingered man was really important to Inigo Montoya.
Exactly, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, it's led to believe when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, it's someone that he really cares about, and someone that he, lost in there, and he wants to go find and rescue, and it's like a love, like it's either love or hate. What is it? That's the only reason you kind of go on these quests or missions or are searching for something. Why would somebody you love go into the corridor and like you wouldn't go in there with them? Like you wouldn't be there with them. Like, I guess if you weren't there with them at the same time, like, it's not like you're always together with the person that you love. But still, it's like, it made me think that's why I thought it was like somebody different, like somebody trying to evade him. Like they went into this corridor and like then it vanished and like he like lost them. And so now he's trying to like.
Conversely, my husband's going to go to like the dark and
fun side.
I was gonna say not depressing because this is more revenge story, but like the dark. We'll just say dark side.
Dark and twisty.
Dark and twisty. Conversely, I will go to the light side, which is actually going to also be depressing, but we're gonna go with it anyway.
Okay.
I could see, you said, why would somebody that you love go down this corridor if you couldn't go with them and or you weren't with them at the time? Like, why would they leave you to do this? And the only thing that springs to mind is a mother going after their child. Because that is the only thing that I think could draw you away from your true love, which I'm going to assume is your husband, which would be him in this case. So that's where my brain goes, is like, okay, if something is drawing you away from the love of your life, what could it be? And the only other love of your life that you will get as a person, besides the person that you were with, because hopefully they are the love of your life, is your child. So that's where my brain goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, or it could just be the child itself that ran in the corridor. Because then, like, Cal goes off on their own.
Yep.
And they're exploring and everything like that. And then they go on this corridor.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of possibilities here. Very much looking forward to seeing, to learning more about this and learning more about, I can't remember his name. Because, I mean.
And I'm terrible with names. Like, it took me forever to learn Sypha and Belmont.
Yeah. Well, Belmont's, I think we got pretty early on. But Sypha's, it took us a little bit to remember Sypha's. But
this is the guy with the magic bean.
Magic bean, man. Jack. We're
going to call him Jack.
Jack. So I'll be interested to learn more about Jack's history.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our reactions to Castlevania, we have a playlist in the description of this video. Got a link to Patreon. You can get early ad-free access, and you can see our full watch-along reactions.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Castlevania Season 3, Episode 5, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.